Tip.
This message is for someone out there. What you consider ordinary.
Whoa. Tip.
This message is for someone out there. What you consider ordinary is exceptional to others. You may not look at what you're doing as a gift because it becomes natural to you or it's natural for you. But I assure you that there is an exception to the rule, and that exception is you. Comiesha Monica, everybody. And this message is for someone out there. All right, everybody. I said I was going to start with a story very quickly. Girl named Alara walking in a park. She went, as she's walking, consider herself an ordinary girl, just walking through the park, and she stumbles upon this small fountain. And it looked old, dried out, dusted. You know, people probably passed it 1,000 times and hadn't even noticed it. But when she got closer, she noticed that there was a rosebud right next to the fountain. So she thought, let me take this home and I'm going to sit it on my windowsill. To her surprise, she wakes up and the rosebud has blossomed. I guess the moral of the story is what is ordinary to some people can take and bring the brightness and the liveliness out of it. You just have to make sure that you believe. Thank you for tuning in to the Las Vegas Tribune News, local news, and online music and entertainment. I am the Comiesha Monica. And like I always say, if you ain't here, you ain't nowhere. I'm back with another show. Now, this week, there are two things that you can do in Las Vegas. Two things. One, they do have something every month called the Funk Jam. It's over at Virgin Hotels. It's Virgin Hotel. It's where people can go and do live music. And I even hear that they have an open mic session to the program where if you got hot music, you can participate. It's once a month. Second, now this freaks me out, totally freaks me out. I'm not talking about freak me out as in Diddy party freak offs. I'm talking about freaks me out on the ride. Well, they have something called the Big Apple Coaster. It's the Big Apple roller coaster, right? It's at New York, and casino, 180-degree twist, 203-foot drop. And there's an arcade inside. So if you're coming to Vegas, listen here. That might be something you want to hop on. Now, last but not least, our social updates. I have one social update for you. Because this is a tourist town and everybody comes here from all over the world, at least for now, well, I got a social update for you. A new proclamation was issued by none other than President Donald Trump, restricting travel by foreigners from 12 countries. I'm going to list those countries, and there's 7 partially or limited in restriction. Here they are: Afghanistan, Burma, that's Chad, Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Yemen. Partially restricted are Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. Woo! Boy, and that's it for social updates. We'll be right back with social updates and entertainment news.
Chip.
All right, everybody, we're back with some entertainment, social updates, social news. Listen here, listen here, listen here. There's a lot going on out there in society. It really is. But these, let me how many I got today. These four right here is what I found the most interesting. So, in entertainment news, previously it was reported the alleged victim, Italian businessman Michael Valentino Teofrasto Carturin. Ooh, they gave us his middle name and everything. Okay, well, according to TMZ, the alleged video, the wild sex party scenes and the X-rated pranks, there's an alleged video that has come to light. And this video is showing the businessman what looks like he's grinning and enjoying the festivities of this little party with other party goers. And if you can remember, he has claimed, or he alleges, that he was kidnapped and tortured. However, this video has surfaced, and it looks like maybe he was enjoying himself. But here's what I have to say, okay? And you know, I don't like to do the gossip. I don't like to do the gossip. This is what I have to say. The dates were from May 6th to May 23rd when he was supposed to be in this place, right? Kidnapped, allegedly. I want people to think, what if, or I'm just going to play devil's advocate, what if he was enjoying himself initially, and by the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th of those days, he was ready to go home and they didn't let him go home, because this is about getting the password to his Bitcoin wallet, which is worth over millions. And so that's what he said, they were trying to get. I don't know. Let's stay tuned for the story. I'd like to see where this would go, but there's a chance that he could have participated. And then after a while, he was like, I'm ready to go. And when he said that, they didn't want to let him go. Story number 2, the Diddy trial. Oh man, I don't know what to believe in the Diddy trial, because I know the Hollywood elites, from what I've been told or what's speculated and what people allege, that they're into all kind of things, you know? And even people without money are into all kind of things. But Jane, an ex-girlfriend, it's an update, ex-girlfriend of Diddy, who testified that the federal raids did not stop the freak-offs. She claims that a month before he was arrested, that was the last freak-off that she participated in 2024. That's just an update. Number 3, well, there are some people out here with a whole lot of money. I'm trying to tell you, a whole lot of money. None other than one of my, he might just be my favorite or one of my favorite rappers. I don't know. I don't know. DJZ. Well, this is a big town for sports entertainment. It's a big town for sports betting. He's not betting here, but I mean, it's an extension. Well, Jay-Z so rich that he's betting $1 million. He's betting $1 million on the 7 Series game that Oklahoma City Thunder is going to take the finals. $1 million. He stands to make $2.3 million profit, and which means he's going to walk away with $3.3 million. And here's the kicker. Oklahoma Thunders, they can't lose more than one game. Woo! You got to have a whole lot of money to want to bet $1 million, especially in this political climate. Especially in this political climate. Woo! But I guess the more you make, the more you can give. On a positive note. Number 4. Remember I talked about that Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez issue where he was convicted of shooting her and all of that? Oh my God. A video came out this week that alleges the bodyguard who was in, not a video, actually reports came out this week that the bodyguard who was in that video actually says that Tory Lanez, was not the shooter. Megan's best friend, he's claiming that Megan's best friend was the shooter and Tory Lanez is the one who grabbed the gun to stop her. So you remember Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times in jail, over the past, it happened within the last 2 weeks. So people are up in arms because they're saying, you went to jail for no reason. The bodyguard didn't have an NDA, so he could have came forward a long time ago, and he's just coming forward with this information. So all of this is alleged, but he claims that it is the truth. And get this, here, this is on a whole nother level. Kelsey, the former best friend of Megan Thee Stallion, she received immunity. So even if she did do it, I'm not sure how the laws work federally or specifically in this case from the state in which it happened in, which I believe is California. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I want you guys to stay tuned, stay clicked in, and that's it for entertainment social updates. We'll be right back. We're back with the state of Black American culture. Now listen here. With the state of Black American culture, today I'm going to talk about Black American hair. Now, of course, it's connected to African roots, right? However, today specifically, I'm going to talk about what I know as far as our hair within the United States. Well, it looks like Black hair is known for its diversity and cultural. Can I do this one over?
Yeah.
Please? Okay.
True.
All right, we're back with the state of Black American culture. Now, today we're going to talk about Black American hair. Like I said, it is an extension of a connection to our African roots. And I want to talk about today Black American hair in America. It's known, our hair is really known for its cultural expression and diversity. So from our texture, curls, coils, kinks, the ranges in colors, the length, however you want to describe it, right? There is something where some people have not been so comfortable with our natural hair. And you want to wonder how we get to this point. Well, according to history, in the 1700s, there was something called the Tignon laws. It was implemented by a Spanish colonial governor, Don Esteban miros. Well, apparently these laws were put in place requiring Creole women of color to cover their hair with a tigno, which is a scarf or handkerchief. The purpose was to diminish excessive attention to dress among women of color and to denote their perceived belongings to the slave class, even if some of these women were free. But since the Black female identity and beauty was seen as a source of pride, in some cases, it attracted none other than the white men and some white men. And he felt that it disrupted social norms. That's a little history in terms of our hair, which brings us today, till today. So the Crown Act, have you guys heard of the Crown Act? The Crown Act, it stands for Create a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. It prohibits discrimination based on hair texture and hairstyles, particularly those common associated with Black people. Some of the key points are: it prohibits discrimination, prevents institutions from discriminating or not hiring because of hair, or you getting in trouble because of your hair, or being told that you have to wear your hair different. It it protects the natural hair. So in the event that you are in the workforce or you're out, your coils or your curls should not be seen as offensive. It expands on the race definitions, which now includes hair texture and hairstyles, and it addresses systematic racism, historical and ongoing bias that have led to hair-based discrimination. Now, here's something on a more positive note. Here are a couple of Black-owned hair care brands that you can look out for. We got Miel Organics, Camille Rose Naturals, Eden Body Works, Rio Geo, Melanine Hair Care, Fenty Hair Care, Mixed Chicks, Anala, Sienna Naturals, Creole Essence, and Sacred. And if you don't know what Sacred is, I think, a Beyonce hair care line. Okay, and let's get a little bit more political, just a little bit. If you didn't know, the hair care industry was momentarily affected by the tariffs, the tariffs put in place, because a lot of the hair that our hair care products came from China and India, and China was placed with that 145% tax tariff or whatnot. It's now been moved back down to 30% now that they're negotiating. But at the time, women saw the difference in their pockets and their spending in terms of the hair care business. But I would say it's obviously a demand, because guess what? They still bought it at that high price. And that's the state of Black American culture. We'll be right back with For the Love and Music featured artist section. Chip. All right, now for our featured section for the Love in Music segment. I chose this artist this week to highlight because this person exemplified a voice range. It was smooth transitions, and for me, it was pitch perfect. The amount of confidence she had when she stood up there to sing the song, I thought that is a person who knows their music. That is a person who knows how to not just sing, they know how to sing. Okay. And listen, for future reference, if you would like to submit your videos, or if I come out to your event and I cover you as an artist, you can be featured on the show. You are selected by a couple of members and partners I have for that week. But this featured artist is going to go to a young, beautiful woman by the name of Marianne. All right, everybody. Stay tuned. She's coming up next. Wait. Tip. Network music world artists. Song of the 21st century goes to Network music world artist song of the 21st century goes to leading the rap game with the most number one hits on the rap Billboard Hot 100 chart with 13, with over 31 million subscribers on YouTube, genre pop, rap, trap, label Young Money, Cash Money, Republic, songwriter Aubrey Graham, Ronald Latour, Banco Jackson, Matthew Samuels, Noah Shabib, and Brock Corson. Producers Cardo, Cordo, Young Exclusive, Boy Wonder, and Fody. Network music world artist. Song of the 21st century goes to from the EP Scary Hours and the album Scorpion, Drake with God's Plan. You are a network music world artist, song in the 21st century. Thank you for your contributions to music. Oh, damn, I messed up the whole thing.
Two.
Network Music World Artist. Song of the 21st century goes to Network Music World Artist. Song in the 21st century goes to, with lyrics like bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishing on me. Leading the rap game with the most number one hits in rap on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. 13. With over 31 million subscribers on YouTube, genre, pop, rap, trap, label, Young Money, Cash Money, Republic, songwriters, Aubrey Graham, Ronald Latour, Bako Jackson, Matthew Samuels, Noah Shabib, or Shahib, Brock Corson, producers, Cordo, Young Exclusive, Boy Wonder, and Fody. Network Music World Artists. Song of the 21st century goes to, from the album Scorpion and EP Scary Hours, Drake with God's Plan. Thank you for your contributions to music, and you are our Network Music World Artist. Song in the 21st century. Life is good. It gets better with music. We'll be right back with our closing thoughts.
Two.
Before I go, a thought just crossed my mind. We're just ordinary people. We're not place to place. You know the words. Listen, everybody out there. No one's ordinary. We all have something exceptional about us. I think it's just about getting about the business of finding what it is and zoning in on that. I won't get all cliche and talk purpose on you today. All I'm going to say is this: get on your way, because your talent is waiting to be seen and somebody's waiting to discover you. That's it. That's all. Until we meet again, I'll see you guys next week. Deuces.